Hey and welcome to the Daily Man United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news.
Harry Maguire makes honest admission over Manchester United's season. Harry Maguire has made an honest admission on Manchester United's disappointing campaign. The centre-back was part of a rather disastrous campaign for the Red Devils, who finished sixth in the Premier League. It was a hugely disappointing campaign for United, who are now entering a new era, with former Ajax boss Erik ten Hag taking charge for next season. The Dutchman has his work cut out at Old Trafford, but for United's players, progress is impossible without an acknowledgement of what went wrong. And centre-back Maguire has started there, addressing the disappointing campaign from him and his teammates. "We've had a really low season, so for a new manager to come in, I'm sure the first day of pre-season everybody will be buzzing around, doing the best to impress and everyone coming back in shape because we have a big season ahead of us for sure," he told the Mirror. "We know we are going to improve. We've got to improve and we've got to do better because last season was nowhere near good enough. The new manager will bring in a lot of positive energy, the lads will go with that. As players, as individuals, as a team, the confidence of the team, you could see towards the end of the season, the confidence wasn't there, and the belief in the group, and the belief to go and get results after results because that's what the club demands. That's what it expects. The reality was that we weren't doing that. When you are not winning matches, the confidence and belief of the team goes down. It's behind us now. We have a new manager in, one that we are really looking forward to working with, and we are looking forward to a good start." Man United target Arnaut Danjuma sensationally reveals transfer interest from Liverpool. Arnaut Danjuma has revealed that he has been told that Liverpool are tracking him ahead of a potential summer move. The Dutchman, formerly of newly promoted Bournemouth, has been linked with a return to England ahead of next season, with a number of clubs thought to be interested. One of those is apparently Liverpool, who could be set to strengthen in attack this summer with Sadio Mane having made the decision to leave Anfield. Elsewhere, the Manchester Evening News have suggested that Manchester United are monitoring his development with Villarreal, with Erik ten Hag aiming to bolster his attacking options ahead of his first season in charge at Old Trafford. It remains to be seen how feasible a move for the winger would be this term though. Intriguingly, Danjuma himself has come clean on Jurgen Klopp's interest in his services and refuses to rule out a move. Speaking with Dutch broadcaster Ziggo Sport, he said, "I was informed that Liverpool were following me closely. I have never had contacts with clubs or anything like that during the season. I always know about the situation after the season. I will never lie, and I think it's a bad quality if you are not ambitious. If a club came along that offered me a higher platform to play on sport-wise, I would always have to consider it." Danjuma has certainly caught the eye with Villarreal this season, having played a key role under former Arsenal boss Unai Emery. Having signed for the Spanish side for a reported £21.3 million last summer, the 25-year-old has scored 16 goals in all competitions. Ngolo Kante would be Manchester United's riskiest transfer move of the summer. Those pesky links to Ngolo Kante resurfaced over the weekend. The Guardian report United are considering a bid for the French midfielder. A move for Kante is already dividing Manchester United supporters. On one hand, Kante is better than any option currently at the team's disposal in midfield. He has had proven success at the highest level, and is still capable of making a big difference. On the other hand, Kante is on the way down, at least in terms of age and physical reliability. The 31-year-old made only 21 of a possible 38 Premier League starts last season. Having already bought Nemanja Matic too late from Chelsea, United are at risk of repeating the same move, which certainly didn't benefit the club long-term, and many would regard it as a mistake. Recent comments from Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel highlight why a move for Kante would be the riskiest transfer move of the summer. Quoted by The Athletic, Tuchel talked up Kante's importance, combined with the agonizing reality that their dependence on a player who is not fit to start all of the games, has held them back. The Erik ten Hag era is supposed to represent a new dawn, but Kante's arrival would suggest the club are not prepared to change strategy overnight. The fear is United will sign a Kante who plays even less regularly than at Chelsea, and his performance takes a dip, while Chelsea go ahead and sign a young talented defensive midfielder who will replace the Frenchman and play in every game. Kante's talent should make him a guarantee. He's more than a defensive midfielder, he plays on the front foot, and is ideal for Erik ten Hag. But last season wasn't a one-off. He has failed to reach 25 Premier League starts in the last 3 consecutive Premier League seasons. The option is still the riskiest transfer move of the summer, which will either be a masterstroke or a major botch. Manchester United lose transfer race for Aurelien Tchouameni as Real Madrid switch is imminent. According to the Spanish publication AS, Manchester United have apparently lost the race to sign Aurelien Tchouameni as a Real Madrid switch is imminent, after reaching a transfer agreement. This news would undoubtedly be a massive blow for the English club as they're desperate for some additions in the holding midfield role this summer. Tchouameni is set to leave as Monaco in the summer transfer window. They already confirmed that he will be allowed to depart if that is his intention, which seems to be the case as of now. Fabrizio Romano has revealed that the midfielder has his eyes set on moving to Santiago Bernabeu ahead of the next season. Man United were interested in signing the French international as Erik ten Hag had named Tchouameni his priority target. However, it is stated that Real are close to reaching a full agreement with Monaco after agreeing to pay £68 million for the midfielder's signature. Paris Saint-Germain were in the mix, but they failed in their attempt despite offering a larger wage package. It seems like the Manchester side has lost this transfer tussle after all. Winning the battle would have been very difficult anyway due to our current situation compared to the other interested parties. Attracting top players would be difficult without Champions League football, which means that we may have to search the market for sensible options who would jump at the chance of joining our club. Manchester United dealt transfer blow as Frenkie de Jong conveys his intent to stay at Barcelona. Manchester United have been handed a transfer blow as Frenkie de Jong has expressed his desire to stay at Barcelona past this summer. This news would massively dent the English club's hope of signing the central midfielder ahead of the next season. Erik ten Hag wants to reunite with de Jong at Old Trafford with plans to use the midfielder to facilitate their rebuild moving forward. Man United are plotting to rest Barca with a bid this summer, with the Spanish side going through a rough phase with their finances. However, a move may not be possible following the latest revelation. Speaking in an interview with ESPN Netherlands' Pascal Kamperman on Tuesday, de Jong has firmly revealed that he wants to remain at Camp Nou in the future. He said, "I prefer to stay with Barcelona. Barcelona is just my dream club. Also from a young age. I just said it too. I've never regretted my choice despite the fact that I had hoped for more in terms of prizes than I've achieved so far. But I have never regretted my choice. It is pretty clear at this point how the Dutch international has no plans of moving to Carrington anytime soon. In fact, he has even confirmed that there has not been any contact with Ten Hag or the Red Devils regarding a potential move in the future. Hence, it would be best if we end our interest in the 25-year-old, considering how we have been let know of his stance at this moment. While Xavi Hernandez's side could still decide to sell de Jong to balance their books, it is highly doubtful a transfer can be facilitated without his approval. There is no doubt that de Jong would have massively boosted our midfield if he would join us this summer. Unfortunately, that is not the case, and we certainly do not need someone who is not keen to join us. After all, it would always be best to sign players who are eager to succeed with us, unlike in this situation." Timber refuses to do a de Jong as he addresses Manchester United links. Hours after Frenkie de Jong spoke out about his future amid links to Manchester United, Dutch international teammate Jurrien Timber followed suit. But unlike de Jong, who appeared to flatly reject the prospect of signing with United, Timber has kept the door wide open. Timber told De Telegraaf, "You can go to a big club. But if you're not going to play there, it's better to stay at Ajax. And Ajax is also a big club. We play football in the Champions League and I play there with the best players from the Netherlands. That's not nothing. Timber is keeping both doors open. He wants some guarantees over playing time if he is going to move to Manchester United, which is understandable. He will have seen what has happened to Donny van de Beek at Old Trafford. But if there is anybody who he can trust, it's Erik ten Hag, who handed him his Ajax debut and picked him more than 30 times this past season. Manchester United have a chance. If he is not convinced, then he's happy to stay. Timber is right to keep the Ajax fans sweet. There's no harm for him if he remains at the club. Frenkie de Jong, on the other hand, is more adamant he wishes to stay at Barcelona. United might as well walk away from that one right now. As for Timber, he says he will make up his mind after the international fixtures. "I'll have to think about it again," he told De Telegraph. "In the end my feeling will be decisive. The picture has to be right. The ball is in United's court." Unlike de Jong, Timber is open to a potential move, and the Guardian report talks have taken place with Ajax, while Voetbal International reports Timber's representatives have been negotiating a move at Manchester United's offices. Let's see if United can get this one over the line. There is no reason to be discouraged by his comments, unlike his Netherlands teammate. Erik ten Hag watching Mason Mount's contract situation at Chelsea as Man United consider transfer swoop for England star. According to the Mirror, Erik ten Hag is watching Mason Mount's contract situation at Chelsea as he considers a shock move for the England star. Mount has seen contract talks at Stamford Bridge stall following the protracted takeover of the club by Todd Boehly. And his long-term future in West London is no longer secure. New United boss Ten Hag is well aware of the 23-year-old's predicament, and United's interest has already been registered with the players' camp. Ten Hag first became aware of Mount's abilities when he impressed as a teenager on loan with Vitesse Arnhem in Holland. The Old Trafford chief has tracked his progress closely ever since, and given the chance, it is believed he would jump at the opportunity to try to tempt him to the northwest. Liverpool and Manchester City have already made discreet inquiries for the academy graduate if he decided to cast his thoughts away from Chelsea. Despite being named the London club's Player of the Year for a second time, Mount is one of the lowest paid in the squad at Stamford Bridge. He still has 2 years left on his £88,000 a week existing deal. But the need for the Blues to completely rebuild the defense this summer has seen his contract talks fall down the list of priorities. The problem for Chelsea is that as he draws closer to entering the final year of his contract, other major clubs are starting to make it clear they want to snap him up. Barcelona are another of the teams who are watching on closely. And Mount's position in negotiations with the Blues has massively strengthened over the past few months. However, despite the issues with his contract, Mount still insists he is looking ahead to next season with the Blues. Darwin Nunez keen to become part of Erik ten Hag's Man United revolution. Benfica striker Darwin Nunez is keen to become part of manager Erik ten Hag's revolution at Manchester United, TalkSport reports. The Red Devils have been frequently linked with the Uruguayan in recent weeks, and it is now reported that they are pursuing a summer deal. The 22-year-old is also eager to become part of Ten Hag's rebuilding project, but United will have to shell out around £68 million to prize him away. The club may need to act fast to sign him. Despite their interest, Nunez has not ruled out the option of playing Champions League football elsewhere. Nunez had an exceptional 2021-22 season with Benfica, registering 34 goals and 4 assists from 41 appearances across all competitions. While he was terrific domestically, the Uruguayan also excelled in the Champions League, scoring against the likes of Ajax, Barcelona, Bayern Munich and Liverpool. This will have enhanced his reputation further. United have the financial capacity to meet Benfica's demands, but they also need to bolster several other key positions. Hence, United may consider negotiating on the overall fee, but can't afford to haggle over the same, given there is plenty of high-profile competition for the marksman. Nunez has largely played as a striker for Benfica, but can also operate on the left wing, which would be an added boost for United. He bagged 10 goals from just 5 appearances from the position last term.
I will be uploading daily Man United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.